Tree, really good youngster last year, and ran at Haydock, and he'll give you a clue to Border Success, who beat him on his debut. He's 9-2. Walashi has been on a bit of a roll for Sue Smith, made all to win his last 3 starts. Yes You Can, another one who's been in good form. Danny Cook having a really good time of it of late. The treble last weekend. Constant Contact changed stables now with Charlie Longsdon from Donald McCain, 18-1, and Graffiti, Anthony Middleton trains that one, 14-1.
And the next lot, Bakbenscher, Wayne Hutchinson, Alan King. This is an interesting horse. He's well handicapped on the pick of his form, shaped nicely first time back after a long layoff, and then was badly hampered. You can ignore his second run. He should go well. Telm, the winner at the course already this season, ran creditably at Cheltenham last time. No reason why he shouldn't do likewise once again. Radmore's Revenge was running well when falling 3 out in a race while I Fred the Shred at Chepstow the other day. Hopefully he's none the worse for that. Topwood for Conor O'Farrell and David Pike. Ran very well last time under testing conditions. He does like to force the pace. This is a longer trip, and you'd be slightly worried about him lasting out.
Number 11, Royal Opera, had 2 runs so far this year and showed absolutely nothing. 50-1. Brian Ellison also trains him.
John, I remember you telling me a few times over the years that there are 1 or 2 courses where you say when it's testing, it's slightly different or peculiar to one track, and Haydock is one of them, isn't it?
Haydock, Chepstow and Lingfield are all very holding, but the fact we've had so much rain might just make life easier for them. But they'll go a decent gallop here. The horse of Sue Smith really does like to bowl along. Graffiti's a nice horse who won't mind it. He won on heavy ground and did it nicely at Lingfield. But of course is when they finish their races off. So often you see horses that, for whatever reason, they don't. But we'll know shortly. Stuart Machin's the man up at Haydock. Let's go and join him now.
Square.com handicap hurdle. They'll jump just the 6 flights of hurdles, and Waleshi stepping up to 2.5 miles for the first time. Invariably makes the running, and he's gone bounding into the lead at the opening flight. Skipped neatly to the other side. The rear of the field, early Radmore's Revenge in a pale blue jacket, and Royal Opera was just the last to touch down. It's now a lengthy gallop to the second, the only flight up the Haydock home straight today. So Waleshi are clear into the turn, chased by Hollow Tree with the noseband Yes You Can in the pale blue. But then a small break to the rest of the field, led by Telm. Topwood in a striped jacket up the inner of a brace of greys, Bakbenscher in the centre and Graphite the shadow. And then a couple of lengths to Constant Contact, Radmore's Revenge and Royal Opera. Into the straight at the end of half a mile, continuing this appreciable gallop to flight 2. And then another very long run after this flight till they get to the first back over on the far side. So Waleshi chasing the 4-timer and out to defy the handicapper again. A little way in advance of Hollow Tree, the 4-year-old, under his welter burden of 11-12. Yes You Can, close up in third in the pale blue. Then this break to Telm with a white cap. Ahead of Topwood, Bakbenscher, Graphite, Constant Contact away to the left, tracked there by a Royal Opera, and Radmore's Revenge tucked away against the running rail. So they meander their way up the straight, run in from the final flight to the line on the next circuit, probably in excess of 2.5 furlongs. And Waleshi in front from Hollow Tree under Jason Maguire. He and trainer Donald McCain now chasing a Merseyside treble. 2 winners in the bag already, and Maguire has become a centurion for the season a little earlier in the afternoon. Yes You Can now just poking his nose up into second as they go into the paddock bend. 4-length break to Telm, another couple of lengths to Topwood in the stripes, and then Bakbenscher. Graphite's being ridden along, last week's Lingfield winner, the other of the greys, falling back through the field. Passed by Constant Contact. Radmore's Revenge under a patient ride. He often is, and he revels in testing ground. At Royal Opera, another couple of lengths adrift and a little on and off the bite. So starting off down the far side, and it's Waleshi from Yes You Can and Hollow Tree are the chasers. They're 5 clear now from Telm, and then Bakbenscher from Topwood, Constant Contact, Radmore's Revenge, Graphite, and still at the tail of the field, Royal Opera. Out the first in the back straight. Good jump there from Waleshi over safely. The other end of the field, though, at Royal Opera, not seemingly enjoying it, beginning to drop off them as they go to the final mile of the race and on to flight 4. Waleshi From Hollow Tree, the noseband, and then Yes You Can. Bakbenscher jumping up into fourth. Yellow cap for Wayne Hutchinson. He started off grey, Bakbenscher. Not so now. Telm and Topwood are next as they go on towards the next over on the far side. This is effectively the second last, but it's still some 7 furlongs from the finish. Mwaleshi, pink cap, showing out in front from Hollow Tree, Yes You Can. Then Bakbenscher, Telm, Topwood and Constant Contact, Radmore's Revenge and Graphite, and they're clear of Royal Opera. So that's the jumping done on the far side, and now the long run to the last, and then that lengthy gallop to the line. It's Mwaleshi who leads them into the turn. Hollow Tree nursed a little bit closer now by Jason Maguire. Yes You Can disputing third with Bakbenscher, who gets up on the inner, running the corner. A 4-length break to Telm, and then Constant Contact, striped cap wide of Topwood in the striped jacket. Radmore's Revenge and Graphite are both ridden along, and it's going to be a long way home for Royal Opera at the tail of the field. Mwaleshi then the first one to line up for home. We're still half a mile to travel. Hollow Tree ridden along, but Bakbenscher continues to close in, and Wayne Hutchinson looking confident. This group of 3 up ahead have broken a little way clear of Constant Contact, who stays on under pressure. Yes You Can is going up and down on the spot. Several of the others coming home now at wide margins as Mwaleshi makes the best of his way down towards the final flight, but tracked through by Bakbenscher with still Hutchinson exuding confidence. Here's the last then. Mwaleshi just ahead from Bakbenscher, who flicked through the top. Topwood in the stripes is staying unduly under pressure in behind, and then Telm, Hollow Tree and Constant Contact. They still got a quarter of a mile to go on the flat. Mwaleshi not lying down here. Bakbenscher is easing into a narrow lead. Topwood is some 8 lengths down in third, and then Telm and Hollow Tree, and Bakbenscher now bringing his stamina into play, approaching the last furlong. Goes 4, 5 lengths ahead. Mwaleshi is now running on empty. Topwood still keeping on from Telm and Hollow Tree. Bakbenscher needs the line. He's beginning to get a little bit lonely in front, and Topwood is keeping on grimly in behind, but Bakbenscher is seeing this out grittily all the way to the line under Wayne Hutchinson, and Bakbenscher keeps Topwood at bay with Telm in third, then Hollow Tree and Mwaleshi.
Favouritism, and from some way out he looked the likely winner. Brave effort from Sue Smith's horse who'd been rehandicapped. Mwaleshi ran a really good race for a long way, but once this lad hit the front, as Stuart said, he needed the line at the end, John, but he was doing nothing in front.
No, he won with his ears pricked. He's been on the go a while in terms of his career. He's been chasing, and he seems happy back over those obstacles, and when they missed a few out, then it played into his hands, came there running away, turning for home.